Hello and welcome back to the C Morning Show. Now in this segment, we will talk about movies.
Yay.
So I want to ask Paul here, what is the latest film you watched?
Okay, well, I've already mentioned this before to you,
Yeah.
but 13 Bom di Jakarta. I'm very proud to have seen that movie in the theater because
it
I
good?
don't get to the theater that much. Yeah, it was amazing. I'm glad I got to see it. I'm glad I got a babysitter for the night.
Oh, okay.
How about you?
Me, the last Indonesian film, I forgot. I think it was Gadis Kretek.
Oh, yeah, nice.
But I watched it on
Online.
platform, yeah, online.
Sure.
But yeah, you know, many Indonesian films are now horror or action themed, and a psychological thriller theme that was also recently released. But have you seen an Indonesian movie with a fashion theme? Maybe for you, because you're very fashionable.
No, I absolutely have not. In fact, I haven't seen many films about fashion. What comes to mind is probably Devil Wears Prada, right?
Yeah.
That would be the one that comes to mind.
Yeah, but to know more about a movie with a fashion theme, in the studio we have the cast of OOTD, Jihane, Almira, and Jolene Marie. Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Thank you for
morning.
coming.
Thanks for being here, guys.
Yes, you're welcome. It's a pleasure.
Okay, so first of all, let me get this straight. Is it OOTD or OOTD? Because it's an Indonesian film.
Well, let's have a little bit of cultural and heritage touch. OOTD.
Okay, nice. So obviously our viewers know that are familiar with this long-running hashtag. It means outfit of the day. So this is the title of the film. Can you first start by introducing yourselves, like your characters in the movie? Who do you play?
Sure, but I'll correct a little bit. It's OOTD, but it stands for outfit of the designer.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Plot twist, yeah.
Okay,
It's
nice.
the day and the designer, so you can choose, but I think
Cool.
we'll stick with designer for now.
Okay.
And here, my role is as Nare.
Okay.
Nare is basically some like a rich kid daughter, some kind of thing. And she moved to the UK, and she has met all her friends, Indonesian friends, and she works and she goes to school in the fashion industry, and she has an ambition to uplift the Indonesian culture of clothings and fabrics and all that eco printing, traditional way of making prints up to the eye of the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is something that's relatable because we are starting to see this a lot in recent years
Yeah,
as well, right?
Yeah.
Right.
How about you, Jolene? Who do you play?
So in here I play as Danti. Danti is a fashion model. That's why I get to know Nare and then we become best friends.
Okay.
Oh.
Super cool. I cannot say really much about my character
'Cause then you'll be
there will
ruining
a
it for us.
spoiler about it.
Okay, so the movie is about fashion, but can you explain specifically about what area of fashion?
I would say, as before I mentioned about fabrics and we're trying to trigger and we're trying to focus on the way of the sustainability of how fabric and textiles are made. Because now there's a lot of things that has been, like we talk about the fast fashion and the fashion waste that the world has been, trying to overcome with, and we're trying to uplift the way of let's go back to the way of the way making the traditional way of handmade and all those stuff and eco-friendly basically,
Okay, so this is something that's very interesting to me because we talk about this all the time, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to fashion waste and sustainability, and we also do report whenever an Indonesian designer does make it overseas and have their work featured at certain fashion shows. So how did the idea of this movie come about? Was it because of that? And what is the message that the movie itself trying to convey?
Okay, so
basically this movie is the first idea that is going to make about this movie is our producer, of course. She's the one who's like make all the ideas like come together, all the sustainability, all the education, and of course the fashion and the drama as well. So yeah, I think you're gonna see like lots of twists in this movie, and when you watch this movie, you're gonna see like, I think this is relatable with my life.
Okay, tell us about the drama.
I think it's Jihane part
Everyone
there.
loves a little drama.
So there's a message to deliver, the one that Jolene has explained before. But the drama, I would say that we are trying to carry something that has been going on in our environment, basically. And there's so many things that not everybody talks about when it comes to relationships and friendship, and all the things that behind like how people basically try to
right?
interact
Like
and
everyday interactions.
Yeah, and these are basically a group of best friends, as you can see in the
Right.
poster.
Yeah.
So it also carries a message where these best friends just support each other in whatever they may, go over with or go through with, and
Thick and thin, good or bad.
yeah. So the ups and downs, they're always there. So there's like so many moral values that you can take from whatever that's gonna go through the movie.
I love
yeah.
friendship stories, especially a good friendship story.
Yeah.
Now, this movie actually marks Dimas Angara's directorial debut.
Yes.
So tell us about that. What was it like, first of all, how did, when he got the whole cast together, what was it like working with Dimas, and how did the entire process go for both of you?
Okay, well, for me, I just love his calmness, It's really nice to work in solitude, and the way he interacts or responds to us is very calm. I just really like how he's
That's what I just wanted to say. Like,
Right?
he's like being super calm, and he's a very good director, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he
Right?
gives so much freedom to the cast.
To the cast.
So no pressure kind
No
of thing,
pressure
right?
at all.
Pressure at
Even
all.
if we make a mistake or there's something that's not that meets his expectation, he would just say it, or he would tell us the way that we could accept, just like basically any human being could accept. Sometimes when
Right.
people give too much pressure, or just like the way you. Like when you try to tell somebody with a little bit of intonations that's a little bit high, sometimes you just get a little bit
You're in your own
pressure.
head, right?
I think it's because he comes from a background as a
Actor
actor
as
as
well.
well.
Yeah.
That is why. That's
He
why.
understands
That's
your
why
side
he
of it.
understands
Yes.
our point of view.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, so that's an
It's
amazing
really, really
point,
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. So tell us about the shooting process. It was a shoot abroad, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
in
The entire thing?
Right. And,
80%.
not
Most of it?
80%,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
What was that like? How long did the process take?
About a month?
about a month,
A
I
month.
think,
Yeah.
abroad. But here, it's
A week. I think
Yeah.
a week, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what were some of the challenges that you encountered shooting in the
oh my
freezing.
goodness.
Yes. As we all know, how batik textiles are very thin,
Yeah.
right? And the degree that we had to live with was what? I think
I think it's around 18.
18. I know it was less.
Where
Yes.
was
Because
this?
UK in
In
Birmingham.
the UK.
Birmingham.
Okay.
Because I had lots of night shoots
Okay.
outside, like exteriors. So it was freezing, and sometimes it's also raining, and we have
It's raining a lot.
It's raining a lot.
This is the UK.
Yeah, it's a clean
Makes sense.
country. So, as you can also see in the trailer, there was this part where we were doing a fashion show. It was raining the whole day.
Wow.
So every time we stepped into the set, suddenly it starts to rain, and then we have to go back, and then we go back and forth. With
So it's
nothing.
like coat on, coat
Coat
off,
off, yeah.
coat on, coat off.
Were there delays then? Because you can't
Yeah,
control weather.
yeah. There was delays where it could maybe finish at about 2 or 3 hours at the start.
Because
It
of
had
the rain,
to,
yeah?
because of the rain, we had to stay there for like the whole day.
Yeah, but that wasn't so bad, right? 2 or 3 days.
So you don't get a lot of pressure from Dimas, perhaps, right?
No.
But when it comes to fashion, especially in the social media era that we live in these days, you can attest to this as well. There's a certain pressure of looking a certain way or wearing something that people are going to either approve of, or maybe they'll be like, "Oh, what are you wearing?" So
Tell us about
now,
that.
being in a movie like this, which is actually going to be sort of a benchmark, if you will, for Indonesian fashion, what is that like for you guys now that you guys are going to be seen when this movie is released as sort of fashion icons, I guess, right?
Okay, well, for me, I'm a happy-go-lucky person, so I could just wear anything, and I just close my ears whenever.
You just kind of like dress the way you
I just
want.
dress the way I
Yeah.
want, as long as it's proper in a way that we're in Indonesia. I mean, like I
Right.
wouldn't be using like 2 pieces of like bikini like wherever I
Okay.
go. Like for instance, just things like that, like just the ethical things. But aside from that, if I want just to cross prints or whatever or cross color blocks, I would do it. I would do it really.
How
As long
about
as
you?
we're
Jen?
happy, right?
As long as we're happy and we're comfortable with it.
Did you ever see yourself as a fashion icon prior to this project?
Yes.
Well, just like what Jihane said, I don't really like see myself as a like fashion icon. I just wear whatever I want as long as I'm comfortable with it. So
Nice.
Nice, yeah. Just like
Something to
us.
be said about how comfortable you feel.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's about
Because-
how you wear it,
Right.
not what you wear.
Because comfortable is number one.
Yeah.
Comfortable is the new luxury, I think.
How about you, Jihane? Do you think about it, like about what you're gonna wear that
No,
day,
I have
whether
a
it's-
stylist to do that.
Oh, here on the show, we have somebody to do it for all of us.
Yeah, well.
We should start doing that.
But I also want to know, in this movie, do they collaborated with a lot of fashion designers
Of
here?
course, 19
Yeah.
designers.
19 designers.
Okay, maybe you can
19.
tell
19
us.
designers, all Indonesians, and all
Wow.
with the Wastra Nusantara.
So cool.
Yeah, so cool.
Oh yeah, and the best part, actually,
Yes.
this movie also carries about the economical part in Indonesia because we use lots of what we call here is like UMKM. So there are so many things we wore on the market, not always all the like high fashion luxury brands or designers. So that's also the best part from, in my opinion, because we could carry the usually they have big dreams with access that's not so big yet.
Yeah.
And through this movie, somehow, maybe their dreams came true. Yeah.
And I think we always try to bring that up as well, right? I've only I would say the last year or so, started buying cloths, wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I've never been confident, but then I've seen guys do it. And I always ask them, I'm like, how do you just style that? It's like, style it anyway.
I noticed that.
You noticed that, right?
You started to wear the.
And one of the reasons I do
The
it,
sarong?
I've been wearing these, I'm cheating. I'm wearing sarong pants. Because I'm always paranoid that if I don't know how to tie it properly, it might like slip off in the middle of a mall. So I wear sarong pants, but I do get it from a local MSME, like you said.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that I know somewhere a few months ago, somebody was actually literally making this with their hands.
Yeah.
And a piece of what I paid for this will go directly back to them.
Yeah.
And it's very breezy, right?
It is.
It is.
Very comfortable.
Comfort is number one, like Jolene said.
All right. Now, lastly, can you give us a reason why we should watch OOTD other than getting some, fashion inspiration?
Of course, there's so many moral values you could take from this movie. Like, as I said before, the friendship, the little message that we all might have to actually go through and we can resonate to this movie, to be honest. And, before things happen further, maybe you can find a lesson here so that it doesn't go too far. And yeah, I think that this, besides of it being very entertaining, the moral values like this is top notch. Yeah.
And also for me, I just want to add some little bit more because other than the drama, it also has like this educational purposes. Yeah, because we are putting up the eco-conscious and sustainability campaign in this movie.
Okay.
So you guys should watch it.
All right.
All right.
And speaking of education, what is the one thing that you personally learned from this movie that is the most important lesson for you when you started this project that you didn't know that you now can take away from it?
Maybe for me, it's gonna be the experience. I knew about it, but I've never done it before.
Okay.
It would be color making. Color making, yeah. So I had a very short amount of time to do a workshop, and I was supposed to make colors out of turmeric, flowers, dried flowers. Even there was I forgot what it was, but I think it was like a dried peel of a fruit, which I forgot what the fruit was, and I had to boil all these these ingredients, and it became a very beautiful color and actually stained my hands. So I was like, it's amazing how just a fruit, peel of fruit,
Edible things, right?
edible things could just stain your hands that way. So that's a very interesting
Very
thing for
cool.
me.
Now you have a new life skill.
I have a new life
How about you, Jolene?
New
What's the
skill unlocked, right?
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was like to reduce my consume in fast fashion, right?
Good.
Yeah.
Because we learned a lot about
Yeah.
that in the making of this movie. So I think it's
You're
a
just
very,
more conscious about everything.
Yeah.
more conscious,
That's
more
important.
Very important. And I hope that you're able to spread that lesson throughout this movie as well. So there you go, guys. Release date, January the 25th. Correct. There you go, guys. It'll be released nationwide in
Yay.
theaters.
Yeah.
Outfit of the Designer, or OOTD. There you go. Thank you, Jolene and Jihane.
Thank you so much.
Good luck on the release. We can't wait to watch it.
Thank you. Now let's take another break, but we will have more updates from around the world when we return. So stay with us only on the C Morning Show.
I like your OOTD.
Oh.